The EP Podcast. Heard everywhere podcasts can be found, and always at theeppodcast.com.
Live at the Most Holy Redeemer Barbecue Bash. This is the EP Podcast. My name is Chris. Her name is Hannah.
Hello.
All right, it's all brought to you by the First National Bank of Evergreen Park. Go to bankevergreenpark.com or visit that iconic building at the corner of 95th and Pulaski. Remember, they got a junior savers account over there for the kids. They've got all kinds of options for you, including free ATMs for every account nationwide. That means wherever you go into some place on the West Coast, you're on vacation with your family, you're like, this is a strange world and I am a strange person in a strange land, and you need to get some money, and they're like $10 to use this ATM. Guess who reimburses it? The First National Bank of Evergreen Park. Make sure you visit them at 95th and Pulaski or visit bankevergreenpark.com. All right, so we are getting ready here. We have ribs that are cooking on the grill. My father is helping me get them. What have you done today? Have you given me advice? Have you just drink my beer? What are you doing today here, Dad?
I'm watching you and drinking your beer bowl.
It's a great time. The door's going to open up in a little bit. Throughout this episode of the EP Podcast, we're going to talk to people from all over Evergreen Park. Who knows who we're going to bump into? I've seen several village trustees. We might get a word with them. Several people that you might be interested in what they think about what's going on in Evergreen Park. Family and friends. It's going to be a very interesting episode. And Hannah, I want to talk real quick about what we got at the ribs. Why don't you follow me over here as I get ready to unveil these in about an hour. By the time this show's over, we'll know whether or not I've won the rib competition. Describe what's underneath the hood right here.
Okay, let's open up the hood. Oh my God, that looks like something from Alien, Predator. Look at all that meat, just like...
I know. Like, what I have is I have this new rack where I hang the ribs on a hook.
Yeah, they're hung.
And I cook them over fire like I'm a caveman or some sort of beast from a Jerry Bruckheimer movie.
I just know it looks good. It smells good.
It's going to be amazing.
It smells so good.
It's going to be some solid stuff right here. Those things are basically done. I could serve them. At this point, I'm slow cooking them so they fall off the bone.
Fall off the bone.
That's where we're at here in the last hour before the gates open up. So we're going to be traveling around this festival here at Most Holy Redeemer to happen on Saturday. Remember, Kelly Burke, the mayor of Evergreen Park, going to be on the show coming up next Monday. If you have any questions for Mayor Burke, get them in immediately at theeppodcast.com. You can leave a voice message, or you could just write us a message right there on the website. Go to theeppodcast.com, and we're going to go around now and check out everything that's going on, right?
Let's go.
Terry Goggin, who's been on the show several times before. He talks a lot of junk, Hannah. He does. He talks a lot of junk, and he's been on this show before about how his ribs are so much better.
Yada, yada, yada.
And, he's got a primo spot right next to the band. The Rob Burgundy's playing here tonight. And how's things going yet? Have you screwed up your ribs so far?
No, things are going great. And it's not junk when you can back it up. I think the record will reflect I have finished well higher than Lanuti's on 99th Street.
I had a second place finish once. I
didn't cook that year.
Oh, you didn't cook that year?
No.
We're going to have to go back to the tape on that
This is only my third year cooking.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
No, we're having a great time. We've got a beautiful day for barbecue. 46 teams this year. That's a record. We've never had that many teams. We've had 42 register in the past, but only wound up with like 35 or 6 that year. So this is really cool. We had to play a little Tetris with getting the tents arrayed around the circus tents.
You guys normally have the really super big one. You had to put two together. But I kind of like this because people enter up the middle, and I think it's going to be really cool later on the night when people come walking in.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
So it wasn't intentional. We made do with what we could get our hands on this year, and everybody's been great. So it's we've got a lot of first-year cooks this year, probably a half a dozen or so, and then still, guys, this is the 9th year we're doing it. It's the 9th year they're cooking. So everywhere in between. We've got 3 teams from St. Catharines here. Last year, we had 11 teams from St. Catharines. We had, I think, 5 teams from St. Catharines, and they all finished in the top 12.
Wow, well, get them out of here.
Including
I'm done with
one
them.
woman.
Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
Yeah,
I don't want to see them anymore. Get them out. Why are they allowed here? Get them out of here, Terry.
Well, we like to stir up some trouble so that when the boys play football, it's it's a little hotter competition. We've got 2 teams from the Mother Macaulay's Fathers Club and the Brother Rice Fathers Club cooking this year as well. So there's some more junk talking on the south side of the
I'll go
tent.
find those guys over there. So this raises a lot of money. I mean, it's obvious that you got people coming in here. It's all you can eat. You do this thing every year. You missed it last year, which had to be just kind of like, oh my goodness, this stinks that we don't get to do this. And it's back this year, so it might be the biggest one you've ever had. Tell people a little bit about what this goes towards when you guys do this.
So Pat Ostry, who's our men's club president, always likes to say, whenever we're doing a fundraiser, it's for the children. So all the money we raise out of the bash goes to priority needs in the school, in the Most Holy Redeemer Grammar School. Sometimes we can earmark it for something. Other times we just make a blanket donation and say, you guys figure out what you need. Our new principal, Dan Tierney, I think, is coming tonight, and he's already off to a great start. So I think we're going to have a good partnership with him throughout the course of this year. But it's an organic thing. We like to make sure that this is our number one priority, is to make sure this is the best party Redeemer throws of the quote-unquote school year, right? So between this is kind of the kickoff for the new school year and the carnival that is usually on Father's Day weekend that kind of ends everything with the parish for the summer break, we like to make sure this is the best party of the year. And most of the money, probably 80% of the money we raise, is organic. It's people coming to the thing and bringing their coolers and paying their $20 or $25 and just having a great time. So we're hoping for 1,000 people this year.
1,000 people.
What's the record for amount of people at one of these things?
The record attendance is about 750 3 years ago.
We're breaking it.
So we're looking to break it.
I believe that everything's getting broken out. People are excited to be out. Last year, it was like you guys had to do this thing at different houses, and you couldn't actually do it in the lot, so you must be pumped that it's back here.
Absolutely. In fact, people had so much fun doing it in the lots or doing it at their own houses that it was a 3-meeting, almost fisticuffs debate about should we keep it remote or should we come back to the parking lot. And I'm like, look, there's no better place to do it. How cool is it when you're driving down 95th Street and you see all this going on? We get probably at least 100, 200 people that stop, pull over, ask what's going on, and come back a few hours later.
Well, when I was coming up Pulaski at 95th, I could smell it by the Walgreens over there. So
the patio.
Those were my ribs. They weren't
Those were
Terry's.
yours.
They were my ribs. They were my ribs.
Chris's ribs,
You
not
couldn't
yours.
smell Terry's ribs.
No. Well, his have a distinct odor to them, a fragrance, a fragrance, if you will.
Look at all those people in this great suburb driving down 95th and Kedzie. What a great place. It's called Evergreen Park, but we know it better as the EP. We're known for more than just the Unabomber. Remember Ted Kaczynski? You guys might even remember that big old rooster on 95th Street. It's all part of EP's history. So listen up to the EP podcast. You might be asking why. Because we talk about all things and we celebrate all the great things in the 60805. It's the EP podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP podcast. Evergreen Park.
We're going to bother a past winner here at the Most Holy Redeemer Barbecue Bash. Marty Race is standing here. A few years ago, I saw Marty after I didn't win carrying a trophy, and I made sure to get a picture with him, and I posted it on the EP podcast page just so people thought that I did win, Hannah. And here's Marty right here. What is the secret to a good rib, Marty?
So the picture itself, Chris looked fantastic. Me?
I'm beaming.
Not so much.
Yeah, I'm beaming. I'm like, look what I won. I didn't win anything. You won.
It's a great event. Ribs are just every day you kind of maybe change a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? It depends on the weather, depends on a ton of stuff. I got lucky. Hopefully I get lucky again today.
Oh, you might get lucky. You might get. What's the secret? You want to tell us a little bit? You don't have to give us the whole thing.
Do you
do your own sauce? Do you do your own rub? What do you do?
So I will give kudos to Julie Race.
Okay.
She doctors.
Wonderful lady, by the way.
She kind of is.
You outkicked your coverage on that one.
100%. So she doctors the Sweet Baby Rays. I cannot divulge what goes on, but makes it even sweeter and a bite on it. And that's the sauce.
There it is.
Yes.
There
Little
it is.
secrets, kids. Little secrets.
Doctored Sweet Baby Rays. At a barbecue bash, something to try. In college, maybe stay away from it.
Please stay away from it.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things that Country Financial stands for. They're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through Evergreen Park. They're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of your community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. And since Country is already your neighbor, they want to get together and chat. Call your local Country Financial representative, Mike Thauer, today at 708-425-1559 to talk about the things that are important to you and how he can help you protect them. Introduce yourself.
Mike Carroll, Down with the Swine.
All right, Down with the Swine, one of the teams here at the Barbecue Bash. Tell me about these socks. You got the red, white, and blue socks.
Red, white, and blue socks is Team Norm Anderson. For the men's club, we wear the red, white, and blue socks. And today it's September 11th, so I'm representing the red, white, and blue.
This is my softball team, Handa. We got the village trustee, Norm Anderson, who's been on the show before.
Oh, yeah.
And he is my softball team captain. And Mike here not only is cooking, but he's on the team. And by the way, little trivia for you. Wednesday, I went first to home. First to home on a gapper hit by this guy. I still got legs, Hannah.
You still have legs.
At 44 years old. I can't believe you made me run.
Scored from first. It's a good win.
Tell me a little bit about what you guys are cooking. What do we got here? Is there any secret to what you do? Is it the rub? Is it the sauce? What do you do?
This is a 1960s avocado Weber grill that does not hold temperature, does not seal, and I have no clue how it works. So it's just pure luck.
That thing right there is insane. That's an antique right now.
Yes,
Are you actually using that?
Yeah. With no temperature, the old wooden handle.
Yeah.
With the seal is broken. It's very difficult to control, but
holy cow,
it's got flavor and it does well.
And then anything you do special with the rub or the ribs or the sauce? Or
I have a rib rub that my friend and I made years ago that's featured at Joseph's Restaurant.
Yeah.
That they do. It's an award-winning rub, Lakeside award-winning rub.
How many years you've been doing this?
Well, we've done this every year, but the rib rub has been going for at least 15, 20 years.
What are your chances, you think?
Well, I took second in the last time we were in the parking lot, so...
I'm a former second place winner as well.
It's time for one.
It's time for one.
It's time for one.
Maybe we'll tie.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Down here with a former champion and village trustee Norm Anderson is down here. Norm, what are you doing here?
I'm here because you're here, Chris.
You're trying to get some free food, aren't you?
Yeah, right, exactly right.
These guys are making tacos. They've been down here all day long. Like, they're one of the best tents. They stuck them way down here at the very end of the tent, and it's one of the best places to go hang out.
That's where I hang out with Alex and Jeff. That's all I do.
All right, we got Alex and Jeff here. They're from what's the name of your team again here, Alex? We Get It at Porky's. I love it. You got shirts. They're awesome. Yes, you're also displaying a bowling championship.
That you are a part of, my friend.
I am. My name's going on that big giant trophy that you're displaying. What are we doing right now? Describe it for the listeners.
We are putting our barbecue sauce, our special barbecue sauce on the award-winning ribs.
Yeah.
You said we're former champions. I like to think of it as once a champion, always a champion. So we're not former, but I don't know what my buddy Jeff over here has to say about it.
All I got to say is, if you're not first, you're last.
Right. Yeah, exactly. What is the secret, or at least give us something? Don't give us the whole thing, but what is one of the things about your ribs that makes them different?
They're made with love. Yeah, we
Jack fire in the sauce.
What is it?
Jack fire.
That's very vague.
Yeah.
That's very vague.
They don't want to give anything away.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. I mean, maybe
They're
there's
up to
some
something.
Jack Daniels maybe in there? Some Jack Daniels in the sauce?
That's what they're saying.
That's what I think
That's what they're saying.
That's the
Some
secret.
Jack Daniels.
That's the secret. Now they're bringing you a cup of sauce. Don't drink that.
Don't drink it.
Definitely drink it. Definitely drink it. Definitely drink that cup of sauce.
We want a true opinion.
What do you
Definitely
think?
taste the Jack.
There it is.
Man, you could tell Hannah got into trouble when she was younger. She was just going to down it.
She was just gonna, she was gonna
She's
chug
like,
it.
oh, somebody gave me a cup of something. He said there's Jack in it, and I'm going to drink
Back
it.
of the Volkswagen bus because the man offered me candy one time. So sauce is good.
What do you think of the sauce there?
Sauce is good. It's really good. I like it.
Like we said,
I don't know what.
we're not hiding anything. So when we win, you guys can come down here and have a shot with what we rubbed it with.
Exactly, exactly. And Norm, how do you rank this in the list of events in Evergreen Park? What do you think?
I think it's awesome, Chris. I think it's great to get everyone together, and it's a good time, and it's about time we get out and enjoy ourselves and have some fun, and and hopefully you got good luck.
A pitcher of beer, a pitcher of beer. Let's order another pitcher of beer. That pitcher of beer should come over here. I love that pitcher of beer.
The ribs have been turned in. First of all, I want to get an honest opinion. Hannah, how did I do?
Chris, I sampled about 12 different ribs from tonight. Yours were outstanding, the best. They were not, you had a little bit of spice to it, you had the sweetness to it. They fell off the bone. Who wants to be sucking on a bone, getting meat stuck in their teeth?
Wow.
You want the nice, tender meat.
Yeah.
It's so good.
John Brand, you're an expert. You serve incredible food at Open Outcry. You're sitting here in my tent, and my side dish was your beer tonight. You're my side dish. How many times have you been called a side dish?
Since high school, I would say probably not since high school, but not very often recently.
Right.
But hey, I heard you ask Hannah the question. Your ribs were excellent.
Thank you.
Your ribs I appreciate a nice tanginess in the ribs, and yours brought the nicest tanginess to all the ribs I tried here tonight. They were very good.
Thank you. If you ever need a guest chef for like a weekend, I'll make my ribs for you.
We'll call you. I have your number in my Rolodex.
All right, so you're pouring beer tonight. I want to know what you felt like, because you showed up and you were like, we might get a couple of people at this thing. And then you were like, oh my God, there's a lot of people. And the extra beer arrived very quickly. You're pouring your favorite beer, which is Speculator. What's it been like tonight?
Yeah, it's been great. So what's been nice, when I come to these events, it's really nice to see most of the people here are our customers. And I already know what people like when they come up, and I knew who the Speculator drinkers are. We poured Speculator tonight, and we went through a couple kegs. In fact, we called the brewery to bring a couple more kegs up.
I know,
here.
it was incredible. I was laughing at you. You were like, I didn't think there were going to be that many drinkers here. I was like, this is Evergreen Park.
It's Evergreen
Park drinks.
So yeah, we made an emergency run.
The
to the
mayor
brewery.
was over here drinking your beer.
Mayor Burke was drinking Speculator, and so was the first husband.
The first gentleman.
So I knew the first gentleman. So I knew we had to go get a couple extra kegs. So yeah, we had the brewery run a few more up, and it's been great. It's really nice to see our customers outside the brewery and at this Rib Fest and talk about our beer and hear everyone say nice things about our brewery. So it's very fun. I love doing these things. And the Redeemer community, by the way, has been incredibly supportive of us. The Redeemers Men's Club is always doing things in the brewery. The Redeemer Parish, we've done things with them before in the past. This is a really nice community out here, and they've been very supportive of us.
And you're going to be bringing your beer out to Oktoberfest for Evergreen Park on October the 2nd, the first ever Evergreen Park Oktoberfest. You're going to be pouring at that as well.
That's exactly right. We're going to be there. We'll probably bring Speculator and something else. It sounds like it's going to be a really nice event. It's a really nice venue. If you haven't been to that venue before, it's a really nice space to have a large gathering and a lot of people outdoors. It's a really nice spot. So we're looking forward to that very much.
So you're pouring beer. I know I don't want to get in your way, so I'm going to let you pour a couple here because the line is starting to form. People love drinking your beer. But I keep thinking to myself, this has to be one of the most favorite times for a brewer. Fall, it's not so hot. People are out. People love getting out in September and October on the south side of Chicago. You have that beautiful rooftop.
Yeah, great time to get outdoors. Great time to drink beer. Seasonal change in the Midwest is the best time of the year. Over at the brewery, we're going to do a couple more weeks on the rooftop, and we're going to be bringing the cabins back up there for the 2021-22 dome season again. That'll probably start early to mid-October. Will Turner, our head brewer, is brewing some fest beers right now. Those will be done here in probably the next week or two. He brewed them last week. We're dropping some other interesting fall-inspired beers, like a couple more dark pool variants, a couple different stouts. To be a brewer in the fall, when the weather changes, it's a fun time of year. People are a little bit more willing to experiment and try different things. So you'll be seeing those on draft here soon.
You know, Hannah, you missed it, but you must have heard about it. John's got a brand new chef that's over at Open Outcry who's changed the whole menu. Well, not really changed it. They're still doing the pizzas in the wood fire oven. They're still doing a lot of the favorites, but there's a lot of new additions right now. There's a lot of cool stuff over there right now.
Do you saw the one with the pork belly, the pizza with the pork belly?
The pork belly pizza is getting really good feedback. Yeah, we started.
I love that thing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we started experimenting with pork belly a couple of weeks ago. We're doing a wood fire pork belly pizza with slices of apple and different white sauces on it. It's really good.
So good.
And then the pork belly sandwich. We're finishing those pork belly slices off in the wood fire pizza oven to give it a little smoky note to it. Yeah. It's really good.
So, give me your go-to beer on your list right now for the fall, because it's going to get chilly in the next week or so.
Yep.
You know, I mean, like, people are going to be like, all right, I'm getting in that mood. It's fire pit season in a couple of weeks. Like, what do they get from Open Outcry? I know you can your beers.
Yep.
So if somebody wants to get it to go, or if they want to go sit on your rooftop and enjoy the fall weather, what would you say was the go-to beer?
I mentioned earlier we got the fest beer coming out next week. In addition to that, we just dropped our Belgian wit. It's called Writing Options. Real nice Belgian wit. So you're getting that peppercorn, those peppercorn notes. We seeped it in orange peel. It brings some like banana and clove notes to it. It's cloudy, but it's still light. It's only like 5.5% too. It's a real nice fall drinking beer. Some dark pool variants, the Russian Imperial Stouts. Those are going to start to drop here soon. We also we're about 11 to 12 months on some of the barrels in the back of the tap room.
Oh, I love that.
We're gonna start emptying out some of the barrels here in the next couple of weeks too.
Oh.
So you'll be seeing, if you're following us on social media, you'll be seeing all the barrel-aged beer drops, and then we'll be doing interesting variants with that. For example, we're gonna probably do the Mexican chocolate again. We're gonna do some cocoa nibs again. We're gonna do some coffee barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stouts too. You'll see all that here in the next couple of weeks.
Listen, buddy, I want to say you made my night tonight. You made me look like a rock star. I got this tent here. I'm cooking ribs, and my side dish was Open Outcry beer.
It was your ribs, man. They were great. It was all about your ribs.
You made me look really good here.
It was fun. We had a really good night.
Everybody's lined up to come over here and drink your beer.
The Holy Redeemer community does it really well. Every time I come to one of these events over here, it's great. The community's great. All the same faces. Everyone's having a great time. The music's good, the food's good, the beer's good. It's a really, Mayor Burke's walking around shaking hands, kissing babies. It's a really nice event.
Yeah, excellent time. It's a lot of fun, but you made it better, but John, I really appreciate you coming by.
I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having us. Thanks for letting me share the tent with you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're such a big guy, and somehow we fit you in here.
Well, we had to raise the tent. Your tent wasn't on the highest setting.
No, I'm a midget.
Yeah, so we had to raise it because my back was starting to hurt a little bit. So thanks for that. I appreciate it.
A pitcher of beer, a pitcher of beer. Let's order another pitcher of beer. That pitcher of beer should come over here. I love that pitcher of beer.
All right, Hannah, one of the big things they do here at the MHR Rib Fest is they have a nibbler competition.
Yeah.
These guys do appetizers, basically, like about 2 in the afternoon while guys are cooking ribs. Even though there's a ridiculous amount of meat available.
So much.
They go, what we should do is we should wrap something in a jalapeno and bacon, put it on a bun, and eat 50 of them. And they all come up with these ridiculous deep fried things in the middle of the tournament.
Yeah.
That is only available to the cooks. And we have the winners right here standing with us. Give me your name, man.
Ryan McAlilly.
Kevin Klinger.
Yeah, and you guys, you won. I ate what you had, and it was incredible. It was a meatball, I want to say, that had, what did it have in it? It was like a jalapeno.
A jalapeno popper meatball.
Yeah, it was insane. Tell me what was in this thing.
So we smoked jalapenos, we smoked bacon, we smoked the cream cheese. We mixed that together with cheddar, rolled it up in a ball, mixed that with hot Italian sausage.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Wow.
They're not done yet.
Blanketed the ball of cheese with the Italian sausage.
Wow.
A beautiful meatball. And then
we rolled it very nicely. Then we rubbed it.
Uh-huh. You have to rub it.
And we smoked it.
Right, and then you smoked it.
And then we sauced it.
And you sauced
And
it.
then you ate it.
It was amazing after I ate it.
It was,
yeah.
It was fantastic.
it was so good.
All right,
We're really
so
going for a lot of layers of flavor. I think we.
And then I heard after you won it, John Brand from Open Outcry asked for the recipe and stole it, right? I mean, it's just like...
Well, I accidentally gave it to him, forgetting that he had given over the rights or bought the kitchen rights or whatever it was. And I realized that, now he's going to probably have that in his kitchen.
He's probably going to have that in his kitchen
And that's
soon.
fine. I said, as long as you call it the Mac Nibbler, I don't care. The Mac Meatball, you can have it. I don't care.
So is this, how many years in the barbecue bash?
This is our first one. We're representing the Brother Rice Dad's Club. And this is our first year doing it, so.
But let me give you the lay of the land of this nibbler thing. So there were 17 or something.
17 entries, yeah.
These guys bring these gigantic things, and they literally go one after the next.
You see, you had
can't eat that much. So
you had a baby competition. I was there 2 years ago before the pandemic. There were 42 entries. And I was in it, and I was like, that's insane.
There's literally a minute between each one.
It's brutal.
We would have still won.
Guys were running to the Porta-John halfway through.
Yes.
And then they were coming back for more nibblers
Exactly.
at 2 in the afternoon. It was ridiculous.
I don't know if we're giving away secrets on this podcast, but
yeah, give me some secrets.
I think that we really got lucky by being the fourth team picked, because by the 13th team you're so full you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat anything.
You don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
So don't. But whatever you do, just make sure you're last in line.
So you guys were in this thing first year. You did well in the Nibblers competition. What was your overall feel here for the festival?
We'll be back. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Great turnout.
Absolutely.
Great weather.
We didn't get the result we wanted with the ribs, and we're going to keep coming back next year. We're going to try it again.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck next year, I guess.
Well, next year they better have a mac and cheese competition, a baked beans competition, and a coleslaw competition.
Oh my God, I'm getting fat right now just listening to this. I'm getting fat listening to your ideas.
I'm
Thanks,
already
guys.
fat, so I must have listened to all this.
I get muscle aches all the time. I've gone from being able to do whatever I want to and not feeling any pain to basically getting pain for any kind of physical activity. Good news, there's a local family-owned Southside business that provides a CBD topical that will not break the bank. Creaky Bone Balm offers concentrated relief for creaky bones. It is an effective hemp-based CBD in a rejuvenating balm. And guess what? It's made in small batches, always free of preservatives, and all natural ingredients. It's great for muscle aches, tension, inflammation, joint pain. You can even use it for skin ailments like burns and dry, cracked skin. Right now, go to creakybone.com and use the promo code BASEMENT. Get 20% off your order. And now check out the new 2,500 milligram balm with reduced pricing on their classic balms right now at creakybone.com. You know what's funny about this? Mayor Kelly Burke is standing here, Hannah.
Yes, she is.
And she's like,
all night.
She's like, why did I become mayor of a town that has a podcast? She's like, there's so many villages that don't have podcasts. In fact, literally nobody else has a podcast. And here's this idiot with a microphone trying to ask me, like, what's going on?
It's one of the things that makes us an awesome town, because we have a podcast.
There you go. There you go. Did you get a chance to taste my ribs?
I did. They were delicious.
Thank you.
They were delicious. Were you in the playoffs or the whatever it is?
No.
Well,
it's a random crapshoot. I don't worry
That was
about
an injustice, is all I gotta say.
I want everybody to know the mayor of Evergreen Park says it was an injustice.
Injustice.
I was not in the finals or the playoffs or whatever she said. So you're going to be on the show next week. I'm excited to have you on. Yeah, we can't wait to talk with you. But this event here,
it's awesome.
Isn't it like one of the things that like most places don't have, and it's really cool that Evergreen Park has it?
And very community oriented. People coming out of the woodwork to cook ribs and enjoy them and just have a great time. Good bands.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're running into people you haven't seen in a year or so. You know, it's been awesome.
You know what, Kelly? I had a lot of people tell me that you were going to be too busy to be around anything. I see you at everything, so obviously they were wrong.
I do my best. I do my best. And so I was just bragging. There was the garage sale at Yukich today. I walked in there today and I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything. I walked out with a set of golf clubs.
Another show is wrapped up. Another show's in the books. Another show is wrapped up. And then by the looks, it's going to be a good one. And we'll see you next week. And the nudist basement. And the nudist basement. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. And it's in the books. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. And by the looks, it's gonna be a good one. Nudist basement. Broadcast basement. The nudist basement. The broad basement. Slancha.
The EP Podcast. Heard everywhere podcasts can be found, and always at theeppodcast.com.